This is Silph Radio, a Pokemon-centered podcast. I'm Nathan K.
And I'm Briana Joy.
And today we're talking about Cassidy.
And Biff. Butch. Botch.
Oh, you had it. There you go.
Butch. Okay.
There you go.
Butch.
Yeah, Butch and Cassidy. That other Team Rocket team, Jessie and James rivals. This is the first... Okay, this marks the first anime character that we're covering. I was going to say this is the first anime topic.
Yeah,
but
this
of
is
course,
the first characters.
We did band episodes. But yeah, so I guess this is the first... I'm thinking of this as the first, anime thing that we're getting into, because the band episodes was a general, but now we're really going to look at these characters and, pick it apart. But before we get into that, how's it going? How's your week going?
It is going fantastic. For those of you that know me, I'm moving to Florida in about 2 weeks. I'm going to be working for Disney.
That's from New York. The show is recorded in New York.
So I'm moving cross country, New York to Florida. Yep, I got a job working for Disney, and I'm really excited about it. So I'm leaving all my shit behind and running away.
That's awesome. Well, best of luck. I hope it works out great for you. Visit the Pokemon Center in Epcot.
Well, it's Japan technically, but yeah, dude, they need a fucking we need a Pokemon Center up in there.
That'd be awesome.
Because did you hear about Universal? They want to start having Nintendo themed rides, because Nintendo was opposed to movies, and now they're kind of well, we need money.
What the fuck is up with that? They do the Mario Brothers movie, and it sucks.
I heard it looks shitty. I've never seen it, but it looks shitty as fuck.
It's pretty bad, but after that they swore off movies. Nintendo's we will not let our characters be in a movie at all. And now you're finally starting to loosen the reins, and you put them in a fucking Adam Sandler fart joke dick fest movie. What
dick
the
fuck bitch?
What the fuck?
I think it's because they're not making as much money. About the fan base, whatever. It's the same characters, the same shit.
Don't
same
give us
stories.
a fucking animated Legend of Zelda epic or Mario movie.
They fucked up every TV thing they've done besides Pokemon. Well, Pokemon is their own thing, but Nintendo, if you look at the old school Legend of Zelda episodes, they fucked that shit up.
Yeah,
it's pathetic, really.
They didn't make good cartoons in the 80s, really,
Oh, that's true.
They made some cool cartoons and some that we look back fondly with nostalgia goggles, but...
There is a reason they make fun of them, though.
Yeah. Excuse me, princess.
Anyways. Oh, yeah, before I forget, I changed my mind again about my top 6.
Oh, was it last time that you were on? We talked about your team of 6 Pokemon.
Yes.
Everyone should be prepared in the event that one day you stumble upon a genie and he's going to grant you one wish.
Oh, hell yeah.
Of course you're going to wish to have a Pokemon team.
Yeah.
You just feel like a fool. The egg is going to be on your face if you're not prepared. And the genie's like, really? Well,
the genie is prepared for that
I've got all
shit.
day, and you're up to 5. You got to pick that last one. No legendaries.
Fuck.
Okay, so you changed your mind.
Yes. All right, so I was missing one, and I kept thinking, I'm what is the name of that Pokemon? There was another one I wanted on my team, and I was literally driving home from our podcast, and I said, fuck, because I remembered it was Dragonair.
Oh, and you left Dragonair off the team?
I did, because I could not think of Dragonair.
And you picked a full 6, huh?
Yeah.
That's why that 6th spot is always hard to fill.
Back. I'm switching it out with Rapidash. Rapidash is pretty cool, but I want my freaking Air Serpent or whatever the fuck it is, because
So who are your least favorite Pokemon then?
Oh, the first one that pops in my head is fucking Stunky, the skunk.
Oh, the skunk. Does it have a butt face? Right? Is it one of the butt faces?
Yes.
Bunnyuri has a butt face also.
What other one do I? Oh my god, I don't.
Yeah, I don't like the skunk.
Not
big on the skunk.
I don't like Garbodor or Trubbish.
I didn't at first, but I grew to like them.
They're okay. They're ugly, cute. It's I feel sorry for it because someone decided to make trash into a Pokemon.
Trubbish is cute.
Yeah, Trubbish is cute. Garbodor is just kind of I went to the bar and drank too much.
Yeah, Garbodor reminds me of one of the fat, disgusting characters on Invader Zim. Like, they would just be like, "Oh
yeah,
work
exactly.
at McDonald's," or
Fucking
something.
America. Yes, Carpador represents America. That's Japan, like, poking a jab at us, like, you're trash.
It is in the Pokemon game that Unova is America.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
definitely.
the different regions are all supposed to correlate. Like, the
now,
new one
is it I swear to God, is it Unova or Unova? Because
I thought it was Unova.
I think it's Unova.
But you know that's Un of A.
I know, but
no,
I think in the anime
no,
they
I'm not
pronounced
talking
it
about
that.
the pronunciation. I'm saying Un of A, United States of America.
Oh,
Yeah, see, peeling apart layers of the onion there.
Yeah,
The newest one was like Europe and France or something. Kanto and Johto are Japan. Hoenn, what was Hoenn? Oh, I think Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, and Sinnoh are all Japan. Like, you put them together and they all make up different regions or districts of Japan. And then now,
it makes sense because in one of the movies for that region, they showed them like kind of like in a New York City-esque place. It was like called New Torque City. Like, they didn't try very hard to cover that shit up, but they were eating hot dogs and shit. I'm like, oh fuck, they're where I live.
New Twerk City.
Like, it's Torque, but New Torque is even better.
New Twerk City, where you at? So you don't like the Stunky. That's a dumb name, too. Well, I guess it's an okay name, but...
Skunk Tank. What the fuck?
Skunk Tank, that's right.
Whatever. Like, fuck. I don't know. I mean, love them or hate them.
I don't like that. I don't like Skunk Tank. I don't like when they start recycling Pokemon names. Like, there's already a Miltank. Skuntank is... I feel like that's the same thing with, like, Rhyperior and Serperior.
Yes.
Like,
oh, yeah. I don't know. Miltank's nipples bother me. Utters, nipples, whatever.
I don't like Mr. Mime. I've never liked Mr. Mime.
Yeah, he's... Ugh.
The fact that I don't like Mr. Mime or Jinx. I never liked them.
Is there a Mrs. Mime?
Yeah, I'm like, how do they reproduce? And I know now we know that all Pokemon can reproduce depending on their egg group with each other.
You know, Wailords and Skitties getting that shit on. You
yeah,
know.
because they're both part of the
how does that
creature or something.
We should spend an episode how that shit would work.
Pokemon breeding. Oh, it's on the list. I think Phil talked about doing that too.
If any of you can figure out how a Skitty can breed with a Wailord, let us know.
I think it might be like they create an egg. Like it's some energy based thing. Like I don't know if they're actually having sex.
What if that's how it works? Like what if they just fucking use their powers and shit and they cuddle and like a fucking egg happens?
Yeah, I don't think they have sex.
They cuddle. That's my fucking 7-year-old interpretation.
As you regress to your 7-year-old. 7-year-old.
What?
I don't like, Voltorb and Electrode are kind of lame. The vanilla ice cream, a lot of the ones that everybody doesn't like.
Vanilla ice cream, yeah.
Vanillux.
Vanillish.
Whatever, Vanillish, Vanilla.
Vanilla-ish.
Who else? There's some that are just ugly. Like I don't like a lot of the Ruby Sapphire ones, too.
Oh, yeah. Those, there's... I don't know.
But at the same time, Ruby Sapphire has some of the really, really cool ones like Shroomish and Breloom or some of my
those
favorites.
ones are pretty cool. Like, I would love to chill with some Shroomish and just fucking little cute Shrooms running around 2 little feet. I wonder what noises they would make when they were, like, running through the grass and shit.
Shroom. Now, we go on enough, but while preparing for this episode, I was watching another episode of the anime, and we're going to keep this short. We're not going to get drawn into a harping on the anime, but... God, I hate the way they say their names. Some of them are okay. Like I said, I can't separate Pikachu from that voice. Even Jigglypuff's okay. But, like, I watched an episode with Aerodactyl, and it was just like, Arrow!
Oh, my
like,
God.
Oh, my God, dude, I wanted to kill myself. It was so annoying.
You know, I like how they do the legendaries in Charizard. They use, like, actual animal noises and change it into something fucking cool sounding. Like...
Yeah, sometimes they give them an actual animal noise.
Yeah, like, at least Charizard didn't go, Charizard! You know, like, that'd be like, what the fuck?
If you look at the game, they always are like, Kuro and stuff. They're never like making, saying their name. They're
like
making
the
animal
coos
noise.
that they make. That's pretty cool. I wonder, like, how they do that in the studio. Make all the different noises.
Oh, I meant if you engage one in dialogue in the overworld and the little text box pops up. It says like Kuro or something, or like Kiki, like just animal noises, not like but no, then they're weird calls they call them in the games. They're like those are fucking weird.
Oh my gosh. I I was watching X and Y, and the most obnoxious Pokemon noise I have heard to date is that's up there, but Goomy, Goodra, and Sliggoo. The voices for that, holy shit, they're obnoxious.
The slime dragon.
It's like Goomy or some shit like that. It sounds so fucking retarded. I'm like, okay, I don't even want to watch this show because it's so annoying. I'm so glad that Ash gave it away. Sorry, spoiler.
Yeah, I feel like the people who make it like have such contempt for the fans of it. Like, and then this one's just gonna be like, oh, boba boba.
I think one of the tests should be: is this tolerable to watch? Because yeah.
It's so weird. They have like tongues and lips and vocal cords capable of pronouncing these specific phrases. Like, it's so weird. Aerodactyl. Like, that's so weird.
They just kind of went for it. They're just like, fuck it. We need to have this make some kind of noise besides a fart, because if Pokemon just kind of made...
If they just made noises, everyone would have accepted it, because that's what we all imagined in our head before the anime came out.
Can you imagine if they all made fart noises? Just like...
Well, I'm sure they do. Well, I don't know.
No, just like that's the only noise they made, just fart noises.
So, I guess that's our that's my cue to move along.
Yeah, we're just going off on a faraway tangent.
Cassidy and Butch and Cassidy.
Cassidy and Biff.
I remember when these characters premiered. They first appeared in episode 57, The Breeding Center Secret. And I remember thinking it was so cool because I loved that idea that there was another duo out there, another Team Rocket like duo.
And they're actually like, evil. Like they want to fucking succeed. Team Rocket's just kind of dicking around. Like they're actually like badass.
They are, but they fuck up too.
Yeah.
They blast off again and again and again. I like their character designs. I thought they looked really cool. I don't like Butch's voice. Did you know
who does Butch's voice?
I'm gonna guess that it's Uncle Frank from Mrs. Doubtfire.
No,
he's also in Independence Day.
Sounds like he smokes a lot of...
I need to call my lawyer. Fuck my lawyer. You know the guy I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
The guy who does the makeup.
Sounds like he smoked too many cigarettes.
He sounds like he's a gay hairdresser.
Oh my. Yes, I know who you're talking about. What the fuck's his name?
Yes, that's all I've ever been able to think of.
That dude. That one guy that does the thing. Cool.
No, but who does his voice?
Eric Stewart, the voice of Brock.
Brock and James that you were talking about? Okay.
Correct. And it's so funny because I was looking back on YouTube on some of the moments, and there's a point where all three of them are arguing with each other, and I'm just picturing Eric Stewart in the studio like, okay, I need to argue with myself twice. Like, what the fuck,
He reminds me of the Rowdy Rough Boys, which is interesting because there's one of them is named Butch too, but... I remember that one of them kind of talked like that, too.
I think they did that on purpose because Butch and Cassidy, like Jessie James, Butch Cassidy, they
are named after
an actual...
From the Old West.
Yeah.
Outlaws from the Old West. Now, I didn't realize until I started researching this that there were two other duos also.
What? Wait a minute. Go.
Attila and Hun.
Okay.
And Annie and Oakley.
Oh, Annie and Oakley was only in the fifth movie.
The movie, yes, that's okay.
But they were fucking
cool.
awesome.
They looked really cool.
If
Attila
you ever
and Hun looked kind of dumb.
Watch Pokemon Heroes. It's one of my favorites. It's the fifth movie.
That's the movie?
That's the movie, Pokemon Heroes. It's with Latios and Latias. Great movie.
Okay.
You might want to, get a little fucked up before you watch it. Looking
Isn't
back,
there like
I know the anime is like intolerable.
The Latios like turns into a girl or something, right?
Yep. So yeah, honestly, like those two are my favorite villains in the entire movie because they're actually fucking awesome.
They seemed really cool. They're sisters or something, right?
Something like that. I mean, like the girls, like one of the girls, like they have these really sexy outfits, like leather pants and shit, and then like one of them's got like this like purple like winged out hair, and this one has like blonde hair with these huge fucking bun things that are just like torpedoes on her head. But they're pretty fucking awesome, like the way they just
really
like
cool.
Try to catch the Pokemon and shit. I'm like, they're fucking badass.
Sweet. But I do still like Cassidy and Butch. I don't know. I mean, Jessie and James are my favorite characters from the series.
I like how they have rivalry. Like I think it's really cool that Team Rocket has a rival, and they bring a lot to the show. Butch and Cassidy do that they don't normally touch on in the show. Like those characters like needed to be in there, I think. to produce what the
liked it.
show is lacking. Yeah.
And I always do like those kind of side characters that are almost like alternate versions of existing characters.
Oh my God,
like
yes.
Richie.
Yep.
That don't show up that often, and you always wish they showed up more. And like all my favorite characters are always those characters that don't show up enough, but
Right.
they're in little bits and pieces. But yeah, they first appeared in number 57, The Breeding Center Secret. I watched this episode. I rewatched it again, preparing for the podcast. And it's not a bad episode. It's all right.
You know, I watched it when I was a kid, and I don't know, like they're basically in the episode they run like a Pokemon center
Where they will, they say breeding, but I don't think
Well,
they were breeding.
yeah,
I think they were just
like a daycare.
yeah, you'd take your Pokemon in. It was the daycare from the video games, and they might evolve while they're there.
Right.
And this is while Todd, the Pokemon
Photographer.
Snap guy, the
Yep.
photographer, was following them around and traveling with them. And Misty like leaves her Psyduck there because they don't trust him. They think, what the fuck is up with? Okay.
Misty's a total bitch to Psyduck.
Oh,
like,
she is. She's so.
I mean, yes, he's dopey, but like I would sit there and pet his little squishy head and be like, "It's okay, try better next time." You know,
It's like, you have a headache, so I'm gonna yell at you.
no, she's like, "Psyduck, you dick," you know,
Yeah.
like all the fucking time.
Poor guy. What I don't get. Okay.
She just fucking leaves him there.
Okay, so Team Rocket, meaning Jessie and James, every fucking day of your life, these motherfuckers slap on some fake mustaches and come up with the most transparent bullshit fucking scheme, and you're always like, oh, what's this?
And you are
Like,
so eager to give your fucking Pokemon to him too.
they, like, for real,
don't
they're
trust
like,
Pokemon to your
drop
strangers.
They throw fake mustaches on, and they're like, drop your social security cards in the bag. And Ash is like, yeah, I'll do that. And they're like, I don't know, Ash, this seems real. Oh, there, you can trust the government, you know. And it's like, these two are fucking people you've never seen before with legitimate advertising venue. They have commercials on TV. They have a storefront. People all over town are entrusting them with their Pokemon.
They're bad
and
fucking ass.
Ash, Misty, and Brock are like, I don't know.
Oh,
Something
okay.
seems up about this. If it was Jessie and James and fucking mustaches, Ash would have given, here, take my Pikachu.
You know what? What if they're doing it for pity? What if they're really giving into Team Rocket for pity?
No, you're giving Ash too much credit.
Can you imagine though? We're just gonna win him back anyway, so
They're harmless. Let's just let them have this.
they're like they're the homeless people that they're fucking throwing their Pokemon to. A couple extra dollars.
So you guys are selling alternative energy sources, huh? You just need to see my national grid bill and my Pikachu.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, and there's this whole, you know, it's a, you know, basic rinse repeat episode. I remember Todd went in to like get pictures of the Pokemon in cages so he could show them to the cops, which is like,
Todd's fucking smart. You know, they should carry a camera around. You know how much shit that Ash, Misty, and Brock could dig up on everybody if they just fucking brought a camera around?
And after this episode, they would appear occasionally in the series as like Jessie and James rivals.
Right.
It seems like Jessie and Cassidy are the rivals.
They
And James and Butch are just kind of dragged in by association.
Yes, and you know what? There was an episode. I could not find it on YouTube, but I have seen it before. It was a flashback, and it was weird. Like it basically explained like Jessie and Cassidy's rivalry and how it started. It was over a fucking smoothie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were
Now,
at,
is this when they were in the Team Rocket Academy, or is this before that? Okay.
This was while they were at the academy. But in the episode, it was a flashback, you know, just trying to explain why Jessie and Cassidy don't get along. It was over a fucking smoothie. They just worked out, and they were going to get something to eat or whatever. And, you know, Cassidy was there, and Jessie, being a bitch, whatever. Jessie chugged her smoothie and you know, like
Brain
just kind of
freeze.
like left the girl with the bill, and she's like, I'll pay you back later.
Oh,
and
really?
then Cassidy's like, she never paid for the smoothie. And like that was like where it stemmed from.
That's awesome. Man, everything and all this drama and shit could be patched up easily with a fucking smoothie and a bicycle.
Oh my
The
God,
whole
right?
series is over.
They're only there because they owe them.
But then they did have a more prominent role in Pokemon Chronicles, which was a ongoing series. I think in Japan they were mostly specials that were aired or things that were aired on, like, have you ever seen any of those Pokemon variety shows they have in Japan?
I've seen a couple.
They have like these live action shows where they'll do like game shows or whatever, or they'll show clips from the show or talk about the game.
Yeah,
or
I have seen
introduce new, like that's where they introduced the Mewtwo Mega Evolution.
Yeah.
And for a while there, around like 05 or whatever, they would show these side episodes on one of those sometimes about, you know, some of the characters that weren't Ash, Misty, and Brock, or whoever he was traveling with then.
So it wasn't. So that was where Pokemon Chronicles came from, right?
Yes, it wasn't a show in Japan called Pokemon Chronicles. They were just episodes that were either shown as a special, like, hey, this week on Pokemon, it's a special, and we see what's up with Oak and Gary, or it was something they showed on that live-action variety show, and they would just collect all these episodes and air them in America as Pokemon Chronicles.
See, I would love to see that happen, like, you know, in America, you know, having one of those specials like that, you know, run in America. It used to way back in the day, but, you know, they don't do it anymore. And I would love to see it in English.
I did watch one episode, just a random episode to be prepared to have some context. And I will say, I do think that is a fresh... I would be more likely to enjoy that just because I like those side characters generally more than the main characters.
Pokemon Chronicles explains a lot of things that happen outside the story.
It is still really... It's still the same show. I mean, it's the same quality of writing
Same
and
concept.
animation and Arrow. That was the episode I watched, was the Aerodactyl episode. It started with Professor Oak. Now, this is a shouting back to one of our earlier episodes together. We were right. We have to be right. The very first thing that happens in this episode is Professor Oak is at a gift shop and he's like, "Ooh, souvenirs. I should probably get something for Ash's mom while I'm here."
Oh my God! No fucking way.
So why would that be the first thing he thinks? Oh, unless they're fucking. And also, do you think it's a little weird that he calls her Ash's mom?
Did he really? Oh my
Yes.
God!
I should probably get something for Ash's mom. Wouldn't Ash be Delia's kid? Wouldn't he think I should get something for Delia's kid while I was here? That's what he should have been thinking.
Oh my
But
God.
no, he's like, for Ash. So I feel like this is some like Stifler's mom complex where, like, you know, like that one kid felt like he had to stick it to his friend and have sex with his friend's mom.
Oh my God.
Like, is Oak like, yeah, I'm totally hitting Ash's mom. Like,
Ash's mom has got it going on. We need to like do a parody of that. If someone can actually sing that and just put Ash's mom, we'll roll with it.
That really weirded me out.
I mean, it's so funny too because like it's totally implied in the English and the Japanese version.
She's in his phone as
but we want to
Ash's
know.
mom.
We want to know, like, are they fucking? Are they dating? Or like, does he just want a piece of that ass? Because I want to know, honestly.
Yeah, he's just her friend zoned. Like,
oh my God,
they just hang out all the time.
Please go back to the friend show in which you escaped.
I don't think so. I think they've got something going on. So then Oak meets up with Tracy, the Pokemon sketch artist, who's someone
who's his assistant now.
I always forget about him. Was he like Todd was introduced because of Pokemon Snap?
Tracy was the Brock of the Orange Islands.
But did he have a game? Like, was there a reason for him to exist? This guy that sketches Pokemon?
Because Brock had went to stay with Professor Ivy, and they needed a third character because it was just Ash and Misty traveling.
Yeah, but I mean, usually those characters have like I said, Todd was for Pokemon Snap, Brock and Misty were for Kanto.
Oh, okay, where
some
he stemmed
from. May and the little kid were like the Hoenn starters or whatever, you know, like what did Tracy have any video game analog?
I don't think so. I don't believe he did. I think literally he was just there to hold the place for Brock. I think that's what it was because, you know, if it was just Ash and Misty and it didn't go anywhere romantically, I think that would make it weird. So they were like, okay, we need like a comedic relief male character. But Tracy wasn't very funny or entertaining. No. He was just kind of a blank blob just walking around.
I've got to draw this Pokemon. Like, that's just kind of okay.
Yeah, like he's no Brock.
Maybe it's because so many people that are into Pokemon like drawing Pokemon that they wanted to give them a character that they could relate to.
Yeah, they were just kind of like, okay, well, let's explore careers in the Pokemon universe.
That's
you know,
the thing though is that fails because if we were in the Pokemon world, the only reason we draw Pokemon is because we can't train them.
Exactly. That's all we have.
Yeah, we wouldn't draw Pokemon if we were in the Pokemon world. We'd train them or breed them or raise them or something.
Fuck drawing. Come here. Learn flamethrower.
So in Japanese, Cassidy and Butch are known as Kosabuto and Yamato. The name, I know Kosabuto is because James's name in Japan is Kojiro. Kojiro Kosabuto. And Jiro is second son. Sabuto is third son. So Kojiro was just a name, but then they were like, because he's supposed to be like, I guess, the next one, so it's Kosabuto.
Okay, I can see that. So it's like Jim and John, like whatever.
First, second son, third son. It's just like a little punny thing there. There's a running joke for some reason that nobody can ever remember Butch's name. That's what you were doing there at the start.
Yep, that was the running gag for the show every
half the
single time.
Cassidy can't even remember it half the time.
There's several names he's been called in the series.
Butch, Biff.
Yeah, so the listed names he's been called are Biff, Bilge, Bill, Bob.
Is Bilge even a name?
I don't even know. It's on the list.
That's the bottom part of a pirate ship.
According to Bulbapedia.
But Bilge is like a bilge rat is the person who stays down at the bottom of a pirate ship and like cleans all the nastiness.
I would laugh more if they said bulge. All right, Botch, Buffy, not even close. Butcher, Professor Oak said that one. Chuck, Clutch, Fooch, Hooch, Hutch, Mitch, or Patch.
It's ridiculous.
It's not even close.
It's not funny. Is that supposed to be funny? Is that supposed to be a joke?
I think they just want to hear his raspy ass voice yelling, "You kids, give me back my cigarette, and it's Butch, not Biff."
I think it's just we don't try to make humor in kids shows actually funny.
And they brought the running gag back for different characters. In Black and White, there's a kid named Stefan, and Ash kept saying Stefan. I was like, really? And like the kid's like, it's Stefan, and like, I don't know. It's just kind of a thing that they like tried to keep it going, and everyone's like, it was funny the first 2 times, but it's like, okay, like no. It's funny when they actually get his name right. I think that's funnier. Because like, they'll say Butch, and then he'll be like, my name's not Butch, it's Butch, and he's like, wait, like that's actually kind of entertaining. Like the one time they get it right. There's also a joke going around. James is like, talking to him. He's like, bitch, I mean Butch. Can you imagine if they threw one of those in there?
That would be great. It's Cassidy and bitch. Is that even? Are the censors just gonna let that one slide? Really?
That would be the best fourth wall break ever.
I'm gonna call my lawyer. You know what? Fuck my lawyer.
He lights up a cigarette and walks off set. And everyone just kind of looks and then snaps back like, okay, Pikachu, go. And then you can hear Butch in the background. Fuck this place. I'm so fucking over it.
They also have their own distinct way of saying the motto, which I know there at one point, like Jessie or James says, like, you stole that from us. But then they also kind of imply, it makes it seem like, no, it's the actual Team Rocket motto, and Jessie and James get it wrong.
Fucked it up.
Which is, I like Jessie and James. It's interesting to think, what were the writers thinking? Because when Jessie and James first came out saying their whole, to protect the world from devastation.
It sounds like they're trying to be the good guys.
It's all poetic and to denounce the evils of truth and love. Some things don't even make sense. And it's like, wait, what? What does that even mean? And like...
As a kid, no one knew, but everyone knew the motto.
So I wonder what the writers were thinking when they wrote that and then later wrote this other version. Like, it's interesting. So we all know what Jessie and James say, right? Prepare for trouble.
Make it double.
To protect the world from devastation.
To unite all peoples within our nation.
To denounce the evils of truth and love.
To extend our reach to the stars above.
I guess we did this backwards. Jessie.
James.
Team Rocket blast off at the speed of light.
Surrender now or prepare to fight.
Meowth. That's
right.
Their version.
We said it like the Pledge of Allegiance just now, just very like. One of these days we'll have to do a dramatic reading of the Team Rocket motto.
Let's do it. Let's do it right. Okay. Fuck it.
To protect the world from devastation.
No. We start from the beginning.
Oh, sorry. Prepare for trouble. Prepare for trouble.
Sorry, that's the music, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Ooh, and make it double.
To protect the world from devastation.
To unite all peoples within our nation.
To denounce the evils of truth and love.
To extend our reach to the stars above.
Jessie!
James.
Team Rocket, blast off at the speed of light.
Surrender now or prepare to fight.
Meowth, that's right.
Meowth, that's right.
That was beautiful.
Okay.
We're gonna listen back and be like, damn.
Well, do you know the Butch and Cassidy one?
It starts like
Prepare for trouble.
And make it double, I'm assuming.
Now here's our mission, so you better listen. And they both say that part together.
Oh my
There you go.
gosh.
Prepare for trouble and make it double. Now here's our mission, so you better listen. To infect the world with devastation, to blight all peoples in every nation, to denounce the goodness of truth and love, to extend our wrath to the stars above. Cassidy.
And
Butch. Close. We're Team Rocket, circling Earth all day and night. Surrender to us now, or you will surely lose the fight. Now that I'm going to call bullshit. I think Team Rocket's at least got the last part. I think Team Rocket, Jessie and James have it right.
Yeah, I think that Butch and Cassidy got the remaining synonym scraps.
There's too many synonyms, or there's too many syllables in those last couple lines.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a mouthful.
yeah, Jessie and James said it succinctly. Team Rocket, blast off at the speed of light. Surrender now or prepare to fight. We're Team Rocket, circling Earth. I can't even say it. Circling Earth all day and night. Surrender to us now or you will surely lose the fight. Like,
Maybe Jessie and James did the abridged version. We'll never know.
Dr. Dre needs to sit them down and explain to them how to count their syllables.
I want to know what the actual motto is. Like, we'll never know, you know? I think Jessie and James was the watered down version.
In the manga, it's
oh, you know it.
Well, we talked about it in the Team Rocket episode. Rocket is an anagram. It's raid on city, knock out evil tusks or something. Raid on city, kill evil tusks or something like that.
Tusks?
Knock out evil tusks. Yeah, I don't know.
I think they just kind of threw words in there.
It makes no sense.
Oh my God.
Japan is weird.
Yeah, the translation always makes it fun.
And that's so let's look at, we were wondering what the original ones were and what the writers were thinking, and so let's look at what it was originally in Japanese.
Oh, cool.
In the original Japanese motto for Jessie and James was, if you ask us something or other, the answer we give will be the compassion of the world. To protect the world from devastation, to protect the peace of the world, to denounce the evils of truth and love, the lovely, charming villains. Musashi, Kojiro. The pair from Team Rocket soars through the galaxy. A white hole, a white tomorrow awaits us. And then Meowth says, something like that.
That's funny.
And I don't know why I'm doing the Bill Clinton thing. Well, I'm doing the hand thing. You listening can't see it, but
I did something I'm not proud of.
to denounce the evils of truth and love. I've never tried to do a Bill Clinton, but now I want to see Bill Clinton do the
There
Team
should just
Rocket
be an
motto.
episode of all these different voices doing the Team Rocket motto.
Meowth, that's right.
Sounds like a good day to me.
Or we could have Dick Cheney and George Bush pop up. That's fitting. Dick Cheney and George Bush just pop up.
For the presidential election, I should say, I will vote for whoever can recite the Team Rocket motto. Like,
protect the world from to protect
You're
the
out.
world from to protect the world from bad stuff. From tourists.
not 11.
Apparently it's 2003 again. The original Butch and Cassidy motto in Japanese is, when you ask us about this and that, do you expect an answer? We'll answer in our time of victory. To prevent the Earth's destruction. To protect the Earth's peace. To bring love and honesty's evils to light. The cute, charming villains. Yamato, Kosaburo. The pair from Team Rocket soars through the universe. Shocking pink and waiting for a pink day.
What the fuck? The ending's kind of
Shocking
weird.
Pink. What is this? Fucking Dane Cook? What are we talking about here?
Shocker and Shocker and Pink. My mind
I
just
don't
went dirty.
even know. I don't even know. I don't want to know.
I think it's just them one-upping Team Rocket, Jessie James. I think because they're all Team Rocket. I think that they're just trying to one-up what Jessie and James are saying in the Japanese version. Like, well, you're gonna protect the world. We're gonna protect the fucking universe.
And it does, and it makes them seem very Mean Girls-y.
It's
like,
childish. It's like, oh,
when you ask us about this and that, which to me is probably like when you just ask us about just random bullshit. Do you really expect us to like? We have time for your. Like, I think what they're basically saying is you can't ask somebody why they're black. No,
girlfriend.
We'll answer in our time of victory. And then, and shocking pink, whereas Team Rocket's saying something about like a white tomorrow awaits us.
White holes and shocking pink. I just can't get my mind out of the gutter.
Pink, they're clearly the mean girls of Team Rocket.
Yeah, definitely.
Even though Jessie's the one that didn't pay for the
fucking smoothie, bitch.
But then again, Cassidy's the one who's holding a grudge.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I guess they both are.
It's over a fucking smoothie. And of course they were competitive in the academy, you know, like they were showing that too, but over a fucking smoothie?
Well, what kind of smoothie was it?
I don't even know. It was like pink or red.
Smoothies are expensive.
It's been a couple years.
Smoothies are expensive.
It's been a minute.
So they're often seen working for Dr. Namba?
Yes.
Jeremy brought this up the other day. For the life of me, I can't remember if it was in the podcast or just that day that we recorded the podcast, but he said something about Dr. Nambla, and I Googled it, and I'm like, well, I don't see anything Pokemon, and that's in my Google history now.
Do I want to know?
Nambla? Do you not know what Nambla is?
Nope.
Oh, Nambla is the North American Man-Boy Love Association.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, Nambla's child molesters.
You might want to scrub your computer before the fucking FBI knocks on your door, dude.
But his name's Dr. Namba, and apparently people also do the same thing with his name like they do with Butch. So it makes sense. Maybe Jeremy was just being meta, and he was like, it's Dr. Nambla.
Here's a funny story
He's
about...
like, you guys are... Look, I know it's funny you forget my name, but you're going to get me in trouble with that one.
Here's a funny story about not missing a letter or a number or adding too many. Reminds me of the time that I needed the Thruway Authority at my work and dialed an extra 2 and got a sex hotline.
Oh, really? That's
awesome. Shit you not. They need to fix
that. Fuck it. It's on the company's dollar. Let's play this out. See where this goes.
I was
what are you wearing?
There was an actual like issue, you know, and I was calling the Thruway, and then I get, hey, big boy, looking for a good time. I'm like, what the fuck? True story. One letter difference. That's all it takes.
But yeah, I guess this Dr. Namba, you don't remember him? It was in...
I do remember who he is. There was an episode... this bothered me about the anime because I like... it's about Lugia. The episode was.
Okay, yeah. I think that happened for more than one episode.
Yeah,
right?
it was
like
a couple episodes.
Arc?
It was like a season finale or something like that. But yeah, it bothers me because I like the legendaries just being one of them in the entire universe, just one. Yet this Lugia has a baby in the episode. And it's weird to me. It just bothers me.
There are two types of legendaries. There are the illusory legendaries and the mythic legendaries or something like that in Japan. Like that's what they
there's an actual
they
like category.
It. Yeah. And illusory ones are ones that are so rare that people aren't even sure they exist. And the mythic ones are the ones that are like gods and stuff, you know, like Rayquaza, Groudon. I think I'm with you. I kind of feel that there would be one legendary.
It's a common thing in the anime, though. They make it very often.
I could see, like, Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres, there being more than one necessary, but they're like a Bigfoot type thing, and people don't even believe they even still exist.
Right.
And maybe you'll see one. You know, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know, because I could see them being a real Pokemon that has a breeding population, as opposed to, there's not more than one Groudon. Like,
right.
Groudon created the continents, you know.
And at the same time, maybe they just changed their mind about it later. They're like, okay, because, Absol was originally considered a legendary.
Maybe they didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Wait, Absol was considered, not in the game.
In the movie.
Really?
They called in the seventh movie, no, I'm sorry, the sixth movie, the Jirachi Wishmaker, Absol was portrayed as legendary.
But then you've got, like, I'm pretty sure Arcanine is called a legendary Pokemon.
It was at one point.
But he's not a legendary Pokemon.
Exactly.
Like, it wasn't even what they meant. They just meant, like, no, he's just a legendary Pokemon. We don't mean, like, a legendary Pokemon. He's just a legendary Pokemon. Like, and we're like, what? Wait, what?
I don't know. Well, Lugia, yeah, I see what you're saying, though. It just bothers me that, like, because you think legendary just means there's only one, and here it is, it has a baby. But at the same time, several occasions, they show more than one legendary.
So who is Dr. Namba, though?
He's kind of, I think he might work for Team Rocket. He's like a higher up.
He's a scientist, and I know he's always got them going out and getting rare Pokemon for his research or for this mysterious R project that he's working on.
It probably stands for Rocket. We know it.
Stands for Tusks.
Fuck it. But yeah, like the episode, he wants them to steal Lugia and this baby. I hadn't seen this episode in years. So, it's hazy, but I remember I loved the episodes as a kid because, oh my God, baby Lugia.
That's got to be pretty cute.
Yeah, it was cute. I mean, but, at the same time, it bothered me a little. But,
now, if a baby Lugia's mom dies, it becomes a Cubone.
Oh my God, right? I was like, is that just one or is that all the Pokemon?
It's a fan theory.
Yeah, there you go.
I kid.
There's too many of those to count.
So, I guess really the only thing left to do, I'm surprised we didn't get to this sooner, is to talk about their Pokemon. They each have a team of 6, believe it or not.
Do they really?
Technically, we only know for sure of 5. But the 6th ones are assumed that they... Let's talk about it. So
that's weird. They just assume that they have 6?
Well, no. They... Basically, there was an episode, and it's funny, I'm explaining this to you because I read it on the internet, and you probably watched the episode. Delibird was sent to deliver a few Pokemon to them, I think by like Giovanni or the boss or whatever.
Right.
And was sent to give Aggron to Butch and Charizard to Cassidy, but accidentally delivered them to Jessie and James.
Fuck.
But at the end of the episode, like, Delibird got it back, and it's presumed that Delibird successfully delivered them to Butch and Cassidy after taking them back from Jessie and James.
Oh my God, I bet Jessie and James were so pissed.
I know, like, what the fuck?
Dude, those are some crazy-ass Pokemon.
Yeah.
Fucking Charizard. Fuck yeah, I'll take one.
So the flagship Pokemon of the duo is Raticate, but that's Cassidy's Raticate. It's not like Meowth, where Meowth is just kind of free. Sometimes they let the Raticate out. Sometimes it jumps in at the end of their motto.
Sometimes they put it in a little ball and let it roll around.
Yeah, she usually keeps it in its Pokeball.
You know what I mean, like a hamster wheel.
Oh, like not a Pokeball, but an actual
puts in its
big
fucking
plastic ball.
That's how they let them run around.
And there was once or twice, I think Butch actually used Raticate, like commanded it or threw the Pokeball, but it is Cassidy's Raticate.
Did you, speaking of switching Pokemon around, did you ever see the episode where Ash was in some kind of school and Team Rocket? It was in the Indigo series, I believe.
With the girl that had the Cubone?
Nope.
No.
It was a later episode. Basically, they were in a Pokemon school, and the school was teaching them how to battle. And the Pokemon that they each received, because Team Rocket and Ash and Co., went there together for this class. And Ash's Pokemon were a Weezing and an Arbok. And Team Rocket had, like, some of Ash's Pokemon, because they handed them the Pokemon to battle with. It was just so weird.
Yes, that does sound vaguely familiar.
Isn't that crazy, though? I love how they did that, because Team Rocket's like, oh my gosh. And, because they battled each other, they knew the attacks the Pokemon had. It was really fucking cool, actually.
That's cool.
Like, what are the chances, though? Like, oh shit, we know what this is.
Interesting.
I think they might have even had, like, a Pikachu or some shit. Like,
man, Arbok and Weezing, those are two... There's only so many Pokemon in the series that have personality. Like, how is it with Ash's new Pokemon? Do any of them have personalities?
Yeah, actually, in X and Y, he has right now a Frogadier, a Hawlucha.
Really?
Yes.
A Hawlucha and a Frogadier?
And
oh my god.
Yeah, he had a Goodra. He set Goodra free.
What?
Yeah, no, he caught it as a Goomy. It like had PTSD. I shit you not. They showed a Pokemon that had fucking PTSD. Post-traumatic stress disorder.
Okay, so Ash is actually kind of badass now. He has a fucking Hawlucha and a Frogadier, two of the best Pokemon from this newest generation, and also some of the most badass ones.
The group has awesome Pokemon. Clement is kind of like the Brock of that series. He has he just got a Luxray, and
he's got Luxray.
Yeah, he's got a Luxray, which is really cool. And He has a chest pin, which is really cute. It hasn't evolved yet.
Okay.
And then Serena, she has
Now, did Ash get the get a Froakie and then evolve
Yes.
it to? Okay, awesome.
Yep. And then Serena, she has a Braixen and a Pancham.
Wow.
And they they do Pokemon shows like Braixen does. Braixen is actually like very elegant and it's really cool. Like they actually have cool Pokemon.
And that's cool. So it's not just Ash with all three of the starters.
No.
The starters are split up.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. I like how they do that. And it's great because they have personalities. Like Hawlucha, like there's like a whole episode about Hawlucha was like overconfident, and you know, like he did like this wrestling move. He did a flying press, and he like in the episode, Hawlucha would stand too long in his pose, being prideful, and it would never land the move because he was being prideful. So it was cool. It gave him like actual personalities, you know.
That's pretty sweet. I like Hawlucha a lot, and I fucking love the Froakie family.
Yeah, you'll have to watch the Japanese because I know you can't stand the English, but you'll have to watch the Japanese episodes. But yeah, actually, there is an episode in that series where, speaking of personalities, Ash kind of gets transferred into like a mirror world. It's a really funny episode because he ends up meeting himself, like another version of himself in another dimension. And this Ash was a total whine ass and crybaby. And it was so funny because, like, Ash was telling, like, his other self, he's like, quit crying about it, you know, that's not going to change anything, you know, and he was just like, everyone had opposite personalities, even the Pokemon. Like, that Ash's Pikachu was dick. Like, it was, like, really aggressive, and it's like, fuck you, bitches. Like, yeah, it was really interesting.
And in that universe,
different versions of themselves, yeah.
Ash's Pikachu was the son of Zod.
And speaking of Team Rocket was the good guys. They were the protectors of peace for that world. It's just fucking crazy.
And they were competent. What would have been great is if
they were like sing-songy and like, oh, you know what I mean? It was crazy.
You say that, and I'm just picturing them like carrying around an acoustic guitar, like all
flowers
hippie,
in the fucking
half stoned, and they're like, "I'm gonna sing this song I wrote to you about why you shouldn't hurt Pokemon.
Right?
Pokemon are our friends.
Complete opposites. Oh my god, it's a good episode though. You should really watch it.
So, where were we? Pokemon. We're going to look at their Pokemon teams. So
we went quite a ways off of that, didn't we?
Cassidy's got Raticate. Also has a Houndour. And the Houndour had like a headband, I guess. Do you know anything about this?
I'm guessing no, I don't.
I guess this was probably when they introduced like hold items and stuff, and they were like, we want to show
like
that
a
on the show.
silk scarf or
stuff
something
like that. Because like Butch had a Hitmon top, and
I remember the Hitmon top.
It had a headband that made it angrier, which made it easier to...
Maybe a focus band?
It made it train better, and it made it more powerful.
Maybe it was a focus band.
Maybe. I think it was invented by Dr. Namba in the anime.
Nambla.
So Cassidy had Raticate, Houndour, Sableye, Tentacruel, Granbull, and Charizard. As we said, presumed Charizard. What a badass fucking team.
Remember how we were talking about what Pokemon we'd like the least? Granbull is one of those Pokemon for me. I don't like Granbull.
What about Snubbull?
I don't like Snubbull either.
No, Snubble's
It's that fucking face. It's like fucking mean dog face. And I'm just like...
Snubble's adorable.
I want it. I have the strongest urge to kick it in the face.
When I was younger... And we had our, now, I've talked about on the podcast before how me and my friends all have our own kind of idea of our characters. Like, if our avatars in the Pokemon world, if we were in the Pokemon world, this would be my team. This is the town I'm from. This is my backstory. And over the years, the story has, just from passive thinking about it every once in a while, is built. Now, this is pre that. This is when we were kids. I was probably 8th grade when Pokemon came out, I think. And, we had characters then, too, that just kept progressing. And I remember my character... Do you remember in Pikachu's Vacation? Do you remember that?
That is my favorite short.
Oh, I loved it.
The music is 90s and catchy. I have to download all the music from that fucking show.
I'll have to watch it again. It's been a long time.
Oh, I love 90s pop. And like,
but
it's just a great episode. I just got a Squirtle tattoo. And it reminds me, one of my favorite scenes of Squirtle was when it's racing with Meryl in the Vacation short. And Squirtle's just so cute. He gets like picked up by a Goldeen and he's like on his back and he's like, Squirtle! Because he's like losing the race. It's the cutest thing. I love Squirtle.
When I was younger, my character had... Now, who was in that Meryl's group? It was Meryl, Snubble, Cubone, and Raichu.
Damn, you have a good memory. That's right, because Raichu and Pikachu were facing off. And they had the race, and they had their cheeks pressed against each other, and it was awesome.
In our story, my character, the Snubble, like broke his leg or something.
Good. I'm just kidding. Sorry.
And my character took the Snubble, like they were a little gang of Pokemon that would wander and just fuck with people, like they were little dicks.
Sounds like something Snubble would do.
And
fucking Snubble.
My character, like the Snubble broke his leg, and my character like took him to like bring him to a Pokemon Center or whatever and take care of him, and ended up becoming his Pokemon. But he was just all like kind of like
being
grumpy
a fucking
and bitchy,
grumpy ass dick dog.
And the other three were like trying to like get him back from me and stuff. It was a weird 8th grade storyline.
I mean, it's cool that like you can let your imagination wander like that. Like I never thought about it, but I'm like, fuck yeah, I should do the same fucking thing.
I don't let my imagination wander. My imagination lets me settle down every once in a while.
That's good. But yeah, seriously, if you're a big enough fan of Pokemon, fuck it, write your own story. Make your own character.
Well, the thing is, I would love to, and it's not just that fan fiction has a connotation that I don't like being associated with. It's that, what can I do with that? I can't, if Nintendo is willing to hire me to fucking write Pokemon books, they can pay me $25 a fucking book. I don't give a fuck. I'd do it.
Oh my god, yeah.
Just for the fact for it to have it published.
If I could have, if I had a dying wish, it would be to be a voice on the anime.
The thing is,
just for one episode.
That's awesome. But like, if I were to write a Pokemon story, I couldn't do anything with it. But
hire us, Nintendo. We're desperate.
I couldn't do anything with it, but post it on the internet. Like, if I'm going to devote my time to writing something, to using my talent and my time, I don't want it to be something that I can't own. You know what I mean? Legally, I can't publish and stuff.
Fucking rules.
Yeah. So if Nintendo wants to hire me, I will gladly write Pokemon books like nothing. You can pay me in fucking birdseed, and so long as you publish those books, and I can be like, guys, look. I wrote this, and I'm not, but you can't.
I get paid birdseed, but it's worth it.
You just can't. I'm not writing about Ash. That's all I'm saying. All right.
You could kill him off in the story. I mean, why the fuck not, right? Creative freedom.
They would not let me do that, no. So, Butch's team. Butch has, as we said, a Hitmontop. He also has a Primeape. So, already...
It's probably Ash's Primeape that he fucking let go.
He's got 2 fighting types on his team already, though. That's a bad move. Why do you need 2 fighting types, dude? Mightyena, a Cloyster, a Shuckle, that's weird.
I like Shuckle. He's just kind of chilling.
And the Aggron that we mentioned.
Their teams are fucking badass.
They are. You like Shuckle, but I wouldn't describe it as badass.
Is the 6th Pokemon the Charizard and Aggron thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You probably said that, but my mind just got it. I just processed that. All in all, I think that they're better than Team Rocket just at being
better
bad.
Than Jessie and James.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Team Rocket, is both, but I keep associating Jessie and James. But I think that they're better at being bad.
Everybody calls them that too. They're like Team Rocket. When they show up. Like, what if they were like there and they were arguing with like Ash and Brock and Misty were arguing with Butch and Cassidy.
They were arguing what Butch's real name is.
And then
I swear to God, it was Bitch.
Jessie and James show up and they're like, oh, Team Rocket. And Butch and Cassidy are like, that's like a larger organization. We're part of.
We're merely we're a branch of our own. Team Rocket is such a wide variety of things.
You think they're better? I think Jessie and James are probably actually better people, though.
Yeah, I think that Jessie and James are more likable. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because we kind of whatever. They fucked up again.
Yeah, but
Team Rocket's fucking up again. You learned to love them. Can we please write a note to the editor?
Team Rocket's fucking up again. Just whenever they're fucking up,
which is always. Yeah, I think Team Rocket's more likable, but I like how there is a character that you can love and hate, which is Butch and Cassidy. Because, the stuff that they do, like when they tape Psyduck's eyes, which is, I don't know, it's kind of racist.
Yeah,
they taped him up because the Psyduck, it terrified me as a kid. because they taped the Psyduck's eyes and it was like torture, quote unquote.
I didn't get it though.
This cute little Psyduck. Well, she said Misty was being a bitch.
Yeah.
And she was like, I want you to get rid of this dopey look on Psyduck's face.
Oh, because she
literally
said the
what
dopey
she said.
look on his face.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, how heartless, Misty. What the fuck?
Okay, because I remember saying something about like in his dumb dopey head or something. Like,
yeah, and they taped his eyes back, and I'm like, I almost like cried. I was like, that's the worst thing ever. So Butch and Cassidy, as a kid, I was like, you're so mean.
When they go get him, Brock's like, but look, they just taped his eyes back. They didn't do anything. And
Brock's like, fucking
Misty's
asshole.
like, that's so mean. And I'm like, wait, that
fucking hypocrite.
Psyduck's like, really?
Misty didn't even hesitate. She fucking hauled ass there, and she's like, oh shit, there's a way out. Cool. And she fucking throws Psyduck in and books it in the other direction. Peace, bitch.
Change the look on his stupid face. Oh, but they're mean.
Fucking Misty.
I'm going to stay with Butch and Cassidy. That would have been the greatest plot twist if Psyduck was just like, how about fuck you, Misty?
Dude, what if Psyduck evolved into a Golduck?
Fuck you and fuck Togepi. I'm staying with Butch and Cassidy.
I'm out, bitch. Can you imagine if it like evolved into a Golduck?
And he's like, my name's Butch. And he's like,
in the side voice,
talking to Misty.
Psyduck.
Psy.
Can you imagine though if it just evolved into a Golduck and it was like the most badass Pokemon ever? Like James's Magikarp, when he fucking kicked it, it became a Gyarados.
Yeah.
They were so fucked. Same thing could happen to fucking Psyduck.
I also liked in that episode too, Ash was like, you're really mean to Psyduck. I'll take him off your hands for you. And she's like, he's my Pokemon.
Right.
And I'm going to keep him. And I'm like, I'm
going to torture him because
you're a horrible
it's mine.
person.
Oh my God.
Another trainer just offered to take your Pokemon and love them.
It's like a 2-year-old thing. If you see that someone else wants it, you want it, He wants it, then it's mine.
Right. Didn't she try to get rid of Psyduck like several times?
She's like, yeah, I'll,
She's like, sure, I'll trade him to you for a fucking bicycle.
Oh, you have 2 pennies? Cool, here's my Psyduck. I'll take it.
Well, we don't have a Psyduck for you, but we want to hear your 2 pennies. So please get in touch with us. We want to have that dialogue with you. Find us on Facebook, Silph Radio, or Fairpoint. That's the other podcast, and you can find us there too. If you're not familiar with it, please go check it out. We put a lot of work into them, and there's a lot of really cool shit up there for you. 100th episode coming real soon. It may even be out by the time I get this episode up. Who knows? Or maybe not. Or maybe it'll be weeks after I get this up. Who knows? It's hard to track.
And the next time you hear from me, I will be in sunny Florida.
And yeah, we're definitely going to keep doing these podcasts, though.
That's right.
The internet makes everything possible. So good luck in Florida.
Woo!
And thank you, as always, for coming on air to do another great episode of Silph Radio.
And bitch about random shit. You got it.
Oh, I thought we were...
We were having a good time.
Yeah. I think we were praising some of the things the anime did right.
It's all a good time.
From SecretRoomMultimedia.com, I'm Nathan K.
And I'm Briana Joy.
And we'll talk to you next time.
Take care.